Hey there, everybody. It's Corey from The Abundant Artist, and I'm excited I just finished an awesome call over in the Abundant Artist Association, our trade association for artists, with Owen Garrett talking about how to sell at art shows. We got some great stuff out of that. Today, I wanted to take a few minutes to highlight members of the community of the Abundant Artist Association, as well as other artists from around the world who have shared their wisdom on how to sell your art. So for the next few minutes, I'm going to share some of their tips. But before I get into that, I want to talk a little bit about why I'm doing this. Why am I sharing other people's tips and information? So a few weeks ago, I was in Raleigh, North Carolina, doing a workshop. Hey, Rachel, Valeri. So one of the things that I noticed in that workshop is I asked artists, hey, how often do you get together in a group with other artists like this and discuss what it means or to how to run an art business, like just to have a conversation about how to run a business. And every single person, all of the 17 people in that room basically said, never. We never get together and discuss. And it kind of broke my heart because we had 17 people in the room, and some of those artists were just incredible people, like MFAs, professor experience, shown at big time museums, and had very little to show for it as far as sales go. Very little recognition for the work that they were doing. And that just kills me when I see that kind of stuff happening. So I started asking, I went on Facebook last week and I asked, how often do you get together with other artists? And there were a handful of artists who said that they get together with groups regularly, and that's awesome. Hey there, Uta Bivona. Hi there. So there were a handful of artists on Facebook who said that they get together with other artists to talk business regularly. But still, there were a lot who said they never talk to anybody about how to run a business. And this happens more with artists who are outside of the mainstream areas, outside of New York City or San Francisco or whatever. Those artists who are in the small, mid-sized towns like Raleigh, Portland, other places like that. There's just not a culture of getting together with other artists to talk about what it's like to run an art business. So here's what I want. I posted earlier today, I posted a comment saying, please leave us your best art sales tips. So if you are watching this video, whether it's on Facebook or YouTube, or you catch it somewhere else somehow, in the comments, I want you to share your number one tip for selling your art, for how to run your art business. And not necessarily just selling your art, but also how do you manage the back end? How do you manage your administrative stuff, tracking all your inventory? How do you handle shipping? How do you handle all that good stuff? Share that in the comments, because I want to show that there is collective knowledge in the art community. And here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to promote the heck out of this video so that a lot of artists see it, because I want all of the other artists to see your knowledge and see what you're sharing. And here's the reason that I'm doing it this way, that in sort of an open discussion. I think that there are a group of people in the art industry who benefit from artists feeling like they don't have anybody to talk to about how to sell their art, or feeling like it's not okay for them to talk about selling their art. There is tremendous power in tapping into your community, whether it's local or online. There's so much power in tapping into your community and asking them for help on how to sell your work. So I want to show what the art community knows about selling their art, about what you know about selling your art. So leave us a comment and let us know what your number one tip is for selling art and running an art business. And then later this week, I'm going to take some of those comments and I'm going to split those out into graphics, into other videos, into other pieces of content to share on social media. And I want to highlight those artists from our community and elsewhere who are sharing great knowledge and great tips, and set those artists up as people that other artists should know about, because I think that it's important for the art industry to have this kind of discussion amongst itself. I think it's important for artists to be talking about these things. And the people who say that you shouldn't talk about selling your art, the people who say that artists shouldn't try to sell their art, I want to prove those people wrong, because you deserve to be appreciated for your vision, for your work, for your passion. Yes, there are problems with mixing up art and money, but those are edge cases that some people benefit from making the main discussion. At the end of the day, I think any artist who's making good art deserves to be recognized and paid for that art, for the value that they're bringing into the world. So I want to have this discussion amongst the art community and have you share your tips, and we will highlight those, create graphics, create other additional videos. I want to see what you've got, what you're bringing. Yeah, and specifics for sure. Yeah. So again, thank you so much, everybody. Thank you so much for sharing. I want to show a couple of examples of what I'm talking about before I wrap up. So I asked within the Abundant Artists Association, which is our trade association for artists, I asked some of them if they would be willing to leave some comments. So you'll see some of those comments below in the videos here. But I want to put out a couple of examples. Sarah Guthrie says, price your work so that you can offer free shipping and cover the cost of sales tax. So in other words, when you're pricing your work, don't say the piece is $1,000 plus tax plus shipping. Instead, look at what the average shipping costs are for your country, and look at what your taxes might be, and then incorporate that price. So $1,000, $100 or $1,500. That way, people they don't have sticker shock when they see $1,000 plus another $300 or $400. So that's a great tip, Sarah. Karen Payton says, my tip is to ask. My community around me put me in touch with a group outside of my own country, and for a small fee, they promoted my work with great results. So asking your community around you, talking to people about your work, means that you'll get people helping you. Yeah. Janet Thatcher says, make friends, join groups, and be social. Find out what kind of people buy your art and where they hang out, and then join in. Go join those people. You'll be surprised how many sales you make that way. People love to buy from people they know, even if it's just somebody from an online forum. So that's a great tip. So this is the kind of stuff that I'm looking for. I want to see a lot more of this kind of stuff. We got some people saying in the comments that they're going to share their own videos and vlogs. So it would be great when you're sharing these things if you could share, and just so that we can keep them together. Share, if you're sharing on Facebook or Instagram or YouTube, be sure to use the hashtag art marketing and hashtag the abundant artist. That way I can find all of those and grab the ones that I love and reshare them, because I want to highlight that stuff all the rest of this week. So again, thank you so much, everybody. I'm looking forward to seeing what you've got and what kind of stuff you share. And we'll be seeing a lot of each other the next few days.